All right, everyone. Welcome to the MLM Breakthrough Hangout with Matthew Harris. Good morning. It is about 1 minute, or actually right on the hour, so we are starting right on time. Thank you so much for spending some time with me this morning. If you're here in the United States, obviously we have people that are around the world joining us as well. So thank you so much for taking the time to be here. Hopefully you are having a great morning, afternoon, evening, whatever the case may be, wherever you may be. I know we've got people in the Philippines. Hello to my friends over in the Philippines, in India, Malaysia, in the UK, South Africa, here in the United States as well. Thank you so much for spending some time with us this morning. And if for those of you that are here in the United States, just want to say I hope that you had a great Thanksgiving with you and with your family, that you got to spend some good quality time with them. My parents actually came down, as well as my mother-in-law and my wife's younger sister came down and visited us here at our home here in Atlanta. So we had a great time together. And at the same time, it makes us remember that we're all blessed. Whatever you're going through, what I found is that if you want more out of life, if you can spend more time being thankful for what you already have, it's amazing how you can actually then be open to receiving more in life. And so that's a philosophy that I live by, and it was great to be able to spend time with family. But now I'm glad to be able to get back to work, get back to building the business, and helping you guys as well, and providing value for you. So this Hangout is something we've been doing now every week for the last, I guess, month and a half or so, and it's something I wanted to put together because there's people that from around the world that have been asking me to share some of the tips, techniques, strategies that I've learned throughout the course of my journey in my career as not only an entrepreneur, but specifically an entrepreneur in the network marketing or internet marketing world. And so I'm excited to be able to bring some of that content to you. And if you haven't been with me here before, just first of all, welcome to you, to our first timers. Thank you for spending some time with us. These sessions are recorded. And if you follow me on Facebook, or if you actually sign up for my newsletter, you can actually then receive the recordings so that you can have access to these. And please do feel free to share them with other people if you find value in them. Real quick, again, my name is Matthew Harris. I'm originally from the country of South Africa, live now here in the United States, have a home here in Atlanta, Georgia, and we split our time between Miami Beach and Atlanta. And my wife and I have been married now for just over 2 years, so really excited about the future, but really excited about where we've come from. We started from very, very, very humble beginnings. We actually found ourselves starting our business in network marketing out of frustration. Both of us found ourselves in a place, we were engaged to be married, and both of our careers had fallen apart at the same time, and we really didn't know what we were going to do. We were 8 months away from our wedding. We needed to make something happen fast. We'd already sent out the wedding invitations, so we weren't going to cancel the wedding. And my family didn't really have any resources, so it was pretty much on our shoulders to make sure that we had the wedding that we wanted and start our life together in a much better place. So we had no income, nothing. We're literally trading textbooks with Amazon for groceries, and got started in network marketing at that point and built up to about $13,000 a month in our first 90 days, and then went on to about $30,000+ a month within a 6-month time of running that business up to that level of, and really starting our business from scratch. And one of the unique things about what we did in terms of not only just building a $1 million business, our business does millions in revenue now, and we have become top producers in several different companies. But what ended up happening for us is not only were we able to create the income that we wanted, but we also created the lifestyle that we wanted, where we can spend time together. We have not been apart since we got married. So we have the lifestyle of living not only as a married couple, but building a business as business partners as well. But it allows us the freedom to be together, and that is something that is so valuable. And so I know that so many of you are coming here wanting to find ways to make more money and create more time, and that's why I'm really excited today about really diving into today's topic, which is going to be conquering the internet, and really showing you guys how to leverage the internet and online marketing to really blow up your network marketing business. That's what I did, and I'll tell you a little bit more about my story in a second, but some ground rules. First off, if you have any questions or comments, make sure you go over to facebook.com/wealthwithmatthew, and you can actually leave them there for me. And if I don't get to them during this broadcast, I'll make sure I do respond to all the messages I get personally as best I can. And so if you have any questions or comments or things that you'd like me to cover or learn, or just wanted to say hello, definitely stop by my Facebook page. As well as if there's anything that I share during the course of this Hangout session that you really are, that resonates with you. Maybe it's an aha moment that you have. I definitely would love for you to share that. Post it on your Facebook and use the hashtag wealth with Matthew. Here's what I'll share with you. If you can just find one solid idea that makes a difference in your business, so one idea that you can take, that you can use and really run with that idea, it'll make a big difference. a lot of folks are looking for several different combinations of ideas. And I'll tell you, it's if you can just come to a place and just get maybe even one nugget, one idea that'll help you, that one nugget can be worth its weight in gold. And so if you have that experience today and you find that one nugget, please feel free to share it with other people as well so that they can maybe get some value as well, even if they're not here live at the Hangout. So let's dive into this. I promised I'll tell a little bit more about my story. One of the things that I did was I had run out of people to talk to for my network marketing business very, very quickly. I don't know if you guys can relate to that. And it's a challenge that most network marketers, almost pretty much 99.9% of network marketers all around the world, no matter how great their company is, no matter how great the compensation plan is, no matter how great the products are, at the end of the day, you're going to find yourself, if you really do commit to building this as a career, or building a business in network marketing as a career, you're going to find yourself in a place of running out of people. And so that's where I found myself very quickly, and especially when you got bill collectors calling you and all the challenges of that we were facing at the time. We were looking down the barrel of a loaded gun. We needed to make money fast, and pretty much the only option we had was network marketing. It took very little money to get started. Nobody was trying to hire us for jobs, so we really didn't have anything else to fall back on. And so the ability to leverage the internet meant that I could put myself and my business in front of tens of thousands, in front of potentially millions of people all around the world, because I had exhausted my warm market. I was living in a place, I'd moved down to be with Eileen, my fiance at the time, and my wife today. I'd moved to a town where she was at, and I didn't know a single person in that town other than her. And everybody else that I had talked to about my business was in other states or somewhere else, and they had pretty much all said no. So we started with not only no income, no money, but also no contacts, no credibility as well. So I turned to the internet wanting to know how I could leverage the internet to create an ongoing flow of prospects to talk to for my business. And it completely changed our lives. Completely. We learned how to leverage the internet not just to create a flow of leads and prospects to us, but also how to create income as well that we were able to leverage into obviously a six-figure income and a lifestyle change for us, which means we can travel around, be anywhere in the world, and build our business and really not have to be any one place. It's an incredible way to build a business, and I'm going to share with you some of the strategies and the foundational techniques behind how to create a network marketing business online. I know a lot of you have asked me about that. One announcement, though, is that we actually have a special that we've been running on my breakthrough course, FB Prospecting Power 2.0. It normally runs for $397. Because of the Thanksgiving season, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, that whole deal, we actually ran a quick special where, and it's ending. Let me look at the countdown. I'll tell you exactly. It's ending in 15 hours, 51 minutes, and 45 seconds at the time of this broadcast. But it normally goes for $397. We're actually going to discount that to just $97. And we wanted to pay it forward again, so that anyone that purchases during this promotional period and actually gets access for themselves to SB Prospecting Power 2.0, you'll actually be able to get a free copy to give to someone on your team. Because the value in training is not just in what you learn, it's also what you extend to the people that you're leading and allowing them or giving them the opportunity to develop their skill sets, to develop their businesses. And so we wanted to give you that opportunity as well. So literally, if you do the math, that's about $800 in value for just 97 bucks, right? So you're getting two courses for the price of one, and that's already discounted. That ends in 16 hours. This is literally my exact process, step by step, for how to crush it with Facebook, not having to spend $1 on advertising, but being able to become a top recruiter, top producer. It is the best course on the market for Facebook Prospecting Power. It literally has helped more people create additional income and get more results than any other course out there. It's just flat out how it goes. So if you want to take advantage of that, I want to make sure that you knew that it is available at a special discounted rate for you guys. So let's get into some content. We're talking about conquering the internet. Conquering the internet, that's a pretty bold statement, but it's something that I believe is possible for everybody. And in today's world of social media, of technology being the way that it is, everyone's addicted to their smartphones. Everyone is using some kind of device that, or iPad. For example, my mom is, in her 60s, and she's here this weekend. She had her iPad, her iPhone. We're all going to church. She has her devices with her. We're going out to hang out in nature. She has devices with her. My mother, who a couple of years ago didn't really know anything about smartphones, is now completely addicted to using them and the internet. And so what that said to me really reminded me this weekend of how many people really are using the internet. And if you want to be in network marketing nowadays, you're going to have to adjust the way that you do business to the way that people are connecting, communicating, and really staying in touch nowadays. And they're using the internet to do that. And so if you're looking at building a long-term network marketing business, or you really want to explode your network marketing business, you really need to embrace the fact that the internet is here to stay, and it has completely changed the way that we live our lives. It really has. Looking for deals this weekend, for example, for Black Friday and Cyber Monday, people are going online looking for discounts, looking for coupons and things like that, instead of just going to the stores blindly hoping they can find what they find. They're looking online for information. And people are also looking online for ways to build their business as it is. And so I'm going to share with you some pretty powerful techniques that you can leverage the internet right now and position yourself to really reap the rewards. It's pretty much like the gold rush back in California, back in the old days, where everybody was running out to California looking for gold. And that's pretty much what has happened now on the internet. Fortunes are being made every single day, and I want you guys to have a little bit of access to that. But I just wanted to share with you some of the results that I've been able to get online, building my business, building my network marketing business online. Actually, we average between 50 to 100 leads per day right now of people from all around the world that are looking for opportunities, that are looking for ways to build their business and looking for leadership as well. So that's the kind of a screenshot of 363 leads in just 7 days. That's averaging around 50 a day. We've had upwards of 80, 90, even 100 leads in a single day, using some of the techniques that I'll be talking about here. And so imagine how powerful it is to build your business when you have people coming to you. That's one of the key things I wanted to talk about here, because there's really, most people in network marketing stay at level one in network marketing, and there's 3 levels in my understanding of network marketing in terms of a career. Level 1 is pretty much the grinders, the person who's prospecting, going out there, making outbound dials, calling as many people as they can, talking to friends and family, chasing people around, that kind of thing. Most people stay in that area, and if I can be honest with you guys, you have to start there. Pretty much most people have to start there. If you have no credibility, no background in business or anything like that, you're going to have to pay your dues somewhere. And so level 1 networking, where you're making all those outbound dials, you can make great money there if you build your skill set up. But you want to evolve your approaches over time with using more leverage, and they'll naturally evolve as you become more successful in business. You'll find that you're actually starting to attract more people to you as a result of who you've become and the skill set that you have then acquired at level 1. You become a level 2, which is kind of the semi-pro. This is the person that's kind of in the that's now got a success story. Maybe you've got a company car, maybe you're being able to make a full-time income, and people on your team are telling your story. And as a result of that, your story is then attracting people to the business. It's a really cool place to be, but that's not the end game. The end game is what I call an alpha marketer, or that professional, that seasoned professional, which is phase 3, where now pretty much everything is coming to you. You're not having to chase anything around. Your success has become so strong, so powerful, and so self-evident that it automatically attracts people to you. But you've also built up leverage and systems that now are attracting people to you. This is kind of like the holy grail of network marketing. Not a lot of people get there. Most people don't even know that there's all these different levels. And so my challenge to you is just, now that you understand that there's different levels to actually building the business, is to start to figure out where you are and to look to increase your skill set and to move between these levels so you can create more time freedom and more wealth for you and for your family. So I'm sharing with you these levels up front so you kind of understand that when I talk about the internet, it might challenge you a little bit on what you've been taught based on what level you are right now, if you're level 1, level 2, or level 3. If you're level 1, it will definitely challenge you, because it'll blow your mind flat out. If you're level 2, you're probably starting to really realize what I'm talking about is the truth. And especially if you're level 3, you will definitely get what I'm talking about. Also, if you notice on the screen in front of you, some more documentation that we're having, thousands plus days of income. And this is income that's coming from people that are not joining my business. In case you didn't know this, probably about 2 out of 10 people are actually interested, willing, and able to actually build a successful business. And so when you're looking through the numbers of network marketing, of building a successful business, you have to understand the reality of the numbers. Network marketing is not for everybody. Even though the benefits of it are attractive to everybody, not everybody is willing to make the investment of the money, the time, and the energy and the emotional output that it takes to really build a successful business. And so I have a business model that I adapted was simply because it was a reaction to the numbers. Because at the beginning, I didn't have enough people to talk to. I was running out of people to talk to because most people did not want to join the business. But here's what's interesting. When I actually talked to them, I realized that most of them were interested in learning how to make more money, but they didn't necessarily want to do it. And that's when I realized that most people would rather learn how to do something than to actually do it. That understanding, that discovery completely changed my life. It took us to multiple five figures a month in just a matter of months because I started to adjust my business model to adapt to the way people really are. Now, and I'll share with you more about that in a second. If it's pretty intriguing and really, really powerful for you. But I started to build an income even when people did not join my network marketing business. So in a sense, I was getting paid to talk to them about network marketing. Here's what I mean by that. Think about it this way. In network marketing, typically you earn an income if you sell a product or if you recruit someone into your business, and if your team does the same thing. That's all you get paid for. All right. Now, if you know that most people are not necessarily going to join the business and most probably won't even become a customer at the same time, then what you have to do is provide a value for them regardless of whether they join you or not. And value, if you can provide value for people, they will give you money for value. The more value you provide, the more money that you can make. If you want to go out and make $1 billion, go out and create $1 billion in revenue. You want to create $1 million, in value, create $1 million in value. Whatever income level you want to achieve, create that amount of value and share that with the marketplace, and they will reward you with money. And so as I'm struggling and really floundering through network marketing, trying to make this thing work and really getting frustrated over some of these issues, when I started to understand that most people would rather learn how to do something than actually do it, I started to implement that in my business, and things dramatically changed. I became a top recruiter, became a top producer, but then also I didn't care if somebody joined me or not because I was earning an income regardless if they joined me or not. For some of you that are looking to go full-time, this concept that I'm going to be sharing with you is going to completely change your business forever. So I just want to share some documentation just so you kind of get an idea of how powerful this can be, not only on a month-to-month level in terms of your network marketing business, but how much money you can make every single day. So why do people actually join network marketing companies? Most people actually go out there thinking that, okay, I'm going to find the best opportunity because people want to join the best opportunity. They want to join the best leadership. They want to join the best product. They want to join the best compensation plan. They want to make sure it's all these benefits that people associate with companies, thinking that that's the actual reason why someone would join that company. Let me give you the reality of the fact, and I'm going to give you a story from my own life to kind of back this up. Think about it this way. If most people won't even cross the street for an opportunity, but they'll fly around the world to meet a person, then why would they join the company based on its benefits alone? The reality is that most people join the business because of the person that actually invited them to see the business, or the team that they could be a part of, because the person or team they are joining has influence and value. People join people, they don't join companies. And so if you really are still in that mindset of, I'm just going to promote my company, promote my company, promote my company, promote my company, you're literally cutting yourself off from most of the money inside of network marketing, because people actually join people. They don't join companies. And so it's a foundational concept to keep in mind as we start to lay out how to conquer the internet, how to build online. Because if you're finding yourself in a place where you're still just promoting your company on Facebook, just shouting out, oh, join my company, join my company, join my company, and you're not actually providing value for somebody, they really have no reason to join you. Because like I said earlier, most people will not cross the street for an opportunity, but they'll fly around the world to meet a person. And it'll make a huge difference in the way that you build your business. Now, case in point with me, there was a company that I watched for 12 months before I decided to join that company. I knew that they were breaking records. They were shattering records. They're creating more 6- and 7-figure earners than I had seen anywhere else in the industry. There was all this buzz around this particular company. They were just crushing it. And for 12 months, I watched that business, watched it from the outside, studied it. I was even watching their videos online. I was stalking this company. I loved this company. I wanted to be a part of this company, but I didn't join the company. Why? Because I didn't know anybody in that actual company. I didn't have a relationship with anybody. I knew people that were in the company based on their internet presence, but I didn't know them. I didn't have a relationship with them. Then I get a phone call one day from a friend of mine and at the time I was living in Miami, and he actually was coming down to Miami with his wife for an event for this exact company that I had been watching for 12 months. And he said, "Hey, I'm out there to check out the XYZ company. I'm going to be in town, and let's link up." He didn't call to recruit me. He didn't call to say, "Hey, come check out this company." He actually was there looking at the company himself. And so I ended up attending this event, and because now I had the opportunity of working with this gentleman and his wife, I decided to get signed up in that company because I knew them. I trusted him, and here's the kicker. I knew how successful he had been in the past, and I knew that if he was going to go in and work on a particular company, I wanted to be involved in that. So, funny thing, I'd watched the company for 12 months. I'd seen the success. I'd seen the people having great results in the products. I'd seen people breaking records and just creating incredible incomes. But until I actually met someone that I knew that was going to be working in this particular company, that was when I made the decision to join. People join people. They don't join companies. And people don't just join anybody. Here's the thing you want to keep in mind. You want to look at the top 1% of marketers or network marketers out there, and you see them sometimes walk into a company brand new from scratch, it looks like at least, and suddenly you see them at the top of the comp plan. It's almost like they just kind of had a place for them at the top of the comp plan waiting for them. Once they joined, they were just kind of like showed up at the top of the comp plan, right? And you're like, man, you just signed up 30 days ago. How is it you already got a $100,000 bonus or whatever the case may be? You see this happening a lot in network marketing. And through my early years in the business, that's one of the things that was so frustrating to me because I would compare myself to those people. Johnny Networker would just show up and suddenly he's at the top of the compensation plan telling me how I should be successful. And he's been in the company for a month and I've been there for 2 years. So how does that happen? How is it that some people reach the top levels of network marketing and attract more people to them faster, like my friend who decided to get started in this business after I had watched it for 12 months and I decided to join him? Why? It's a concept I call alpha marketing. It's based on around this idea that people follow people that have influence. Think about this. If you look back through history of society, people with influence and leadership skills obviously have an influence on other folks. And as a result of that influence, they tend to follow those people. They tend to make their decisions based on what that person says and the direction that person is going. And there are people that use this to great devastating effect. You can think of Adolf Hitler, for example, with the Nazis and all that Holocaust kind of stuff. Terrible, terrible situation. But he was an alpha individual, someone with influence who people followed. He knew where he was going. You can look at someone from my country, for example, Nelson Mandela. And I know there's a new movie coming out pretty soon about telling his story, which I'm really excited about. But he's an alpha individual. He's an individual that went out there and actually had influence. He knew where he was going, and people followed him. They believed in him, and so they took the journey with him. And so South Africa became a free and fair nation for the first time in its history because of an alpha individual. You can even tell Mother Teresa, for example, great human being who, when she said something, it influenced other people. We as humans are always looking for someone to show us the way, and as soon as we can find that person, a lot of times we'll follow in their footsteps. And so when you look at network marketing, you look at really how the big businesses are built and how the big teams are built. They're typically built by someone who has a tremendous amount of influence. And I like to call that person an alpha person. That's kind of like the line in this picture. It doesn't have to be a male. It doesn't have to be female. It could be male or female. It doesn't matter. It's that person that has influence. And so if you want to increase your closing ratios, you want to increase the amount of people that are signing up with you, and that's the fastest way to do it is to literally increase your value and become what I call an alpha marketer. Instead of selling your opportunity, focus on providing value for other people. And once you provide value for others, you'll actually increase your influence with them. So how do you do that in network marketing? How do you do that online? Well, there's several different ways. First off is that you keep in mind who you're actually looking to influence. All right. Now, it's one thing to go off there in your business and take the shotgun approach and kind of shoot at everything that moves. That's what most network marketers are doing at the level 1 area, and that's okay. Everyone pretty much has to start there. But over time, you want to develop influence. Now, you want to know why the first 20 presentations that I did, why nobody signed up with me when I got in network marketing a couple of years ago? I was living in my uncle's spare bedroom, had no credibility, had no car. First 20 presentations, everybody said no. Everybody. It took me a lot of no's before I even got my first yes. And so looking back on that experience, even though I had studied some skills and had kind of increased my skill set, That's what allowed me to get some influence. But in the very beginning, I had no credibility, no influence, and nobody wanted to follow me. And so I had to make up what I lacked in credibility by increasing my value. This is a very key concept. I had to work on myself to become better of a marketer and better as a leader than I did in terms of working on memorizing my compensation plan or knowing all the ingredients in my products. Most network marketers are thinking that if they can become better at knowing their particular company, that they'll be able to attract more people to them. It's the exact opposite. Focus on providing more value for other people, and you'll actually increase your influence with them, and they will join you in the thousands. So now that we have the concept kind of out of the way, how do you actually make that happen? And this is where I want to talk to you about who you should be focusing on, specifically when it comes to building with the internet. Now, if you go out there and as you want to make the transition from being a level 1 marketer to being a level 2 marketer, being a level 3 marketer, you're going to find that your target market is going to change dramatically. Is that instead of going out there with a shotgun, you're going to be more of like a sniper. Instead of going out there with a big net, trying to catch a whole lot of fish, hoping for whatever you can get, you're going to be using maybe a smaller like those crabbing containers that they throw over to catch crabs. You're going to be using smaller tools, more leverage, but you're going to be focused on a smaller group of people. That's going to be your target market, because that's the group of people that are already looking for what it is that you have to offer. And that's the challenge with prospecting. It's not the issue with prospecting, it's just part of the process. That when you're prospecting and you have a list of contacts, you don't know who's interested in the business or who's interested in starting a business. You have to just go through the numbers to find out. That's never going to change, except for how you do that. And with the internet, what I'm able to do is actually prospect people without having to spend all this time on the phone with them, so that by the time I actually get on the phone with them, they're already a prospect. They already know my business. They're already qualified. They already have the money, or they know that it's going to take money to get started. They're already the kind of person that I'm looking for. And as previously in the last month, in our series in November, I talked in a 4-part series about how to actually prospect for millions. And we talked about how it's actually a process of sorting through the salt, sorting through the sand, and all the mud, and all the gunk to find the gold. So what the internet allows you to do is to actually sort through all the folks that maybe aren't quite a fit for your business faster, and allow you to attract and find the people that you really want to partner with. It's exciting stuff, but it all comes down to providing value for others and increasing your influence with them. So who should you be focusing on? Here's what I want to share with you, is that to keep things simple, and the best target market that I have found, the best kinds of people that I want to have in my business are actually other network marketers. They're people that have already been inside of network marketing. Maybe they just haven't had success yet, and I call them winners who haven't won yet. They're people that understand that being an entrepreneur takes sacrifice, that it takes an investment of money sometimes, and that it takes time to see some results. Just for them, maybe they haven't had the leadership, or maybe they haven't had the business model, or maybe the training that will allow them to develop themselves to the point where they can become great leaders. And so I focus on the winners who haven't won yet. There are people out there that say, okay, if I could just get this big fish in my business, if I could just go get this big leader who can bring 10,000 people over to my team, I'll be set for life. You know, it's funny. The big fish, the bigger you become as a fish, the easier it is to catch other big fish. And so the way you become a big fish is by catching a lot of fish, and you have a lot of fish. Becoming a bigger fish will actually then attract the big fish to you. So I don't chase after the big leaders. I don't try and go after them. I build a relationship with them, but I focus on finding the winners who haven't won yet. They already understand that the network marketing model works, that it's successful. They've seen the success. They maybe just haven't had the success yet. They haven't broken through yet. They haven't had their breakthrough moment yet. And that's the group of people that I love to work with. They're just ready just to be molded, just to be shaped, and to be mentored, and to really be led to that next level. And that's what I focus on providing value for. So conquering the internet and putting all these pieces together. I have what I call the 5-figure formula for doing that. And here's how this formula breaks down. It's not that I'm necessarily a genius at internet marketing or even at mathematics. I've just been committed to making something great for my wife and for myself. And the two of us together have been really, really focused on building a business together. But once I've started to figure out how the pieces of the puzzle actually fit together, it became a very simple process. And the 5-figure formula literally is something that I put together that shows how to actually take what I just shared about creating value, becoming that alpha presence, that alpha marketer, and then combining that with technology, with the internet, with leverage to actually create more leads, more cash flow, and more time freedom for you and for your business. So that you may have 2 people out of 10 who want to join your opportunity, but 10 out of 10 might want to still buy something from you, and so it creates an income from you. And that's what I call an alpha marketing funnel. And for those of you who don't know, we actually just unveiled, and we're just actually opened up the MLM Breakthrough Academy. What that is actually a training platform, and part of that platform, the very first training in there is actually a training called the 5-Figure Formula. And it is a video series where I actually walk someone step by step who's a newbie to the internet, maybe they've been around for a while, walk you through exactly what it takes, all the pieces of the puzzle to build a dominating online marketing business for your network marketing empire by leveraging what I call the 5-Figure Formula. And I want to share with you guys kind of what that looks like to get a better idea of how all these pieces goes together. So what I'm going to do is actually pull over the MLM Breakthrough. Let me pull this on the screen here. This is actually the login for the platform here. I'm really excited about this. Let me just make sure this is full screen so you guys can see this. You should be able to see that on my screen. All right, I'm logging in right now. This is the MLM Breakthrough Academy. This is actually something that people have asked me, as people have asked for training and information, is something that I've actually been able to working on for the last, I don't know however long, but now it is live. It is actually live. We're actually enrolling students now for the next 3 days. Then we're going to close off enrollment for a couple of weeks. But we wanted to bring in a good group of people to actually start creating some great stories, great success with first, and then we're going to do an actual launch going into the new year. And so you guys actually have some early access to what I believe is going to be completely groundbreaking in network marketing in terms of training. All right, so let me just make sure that you guys are actually seeing this on your screen. Yep, you are. Okay, perfect. All right, so here's what I want you to check out. So once you actually have access to this, you can just go over here to click the Get Started Now button, and this is actually going to take you over to the video series for the 5-Figure Formula. Every single month, you're actually going to get brand new training courses unveiled to you, but this is the one that's available right now. And here's the introduction for the 5-Figure Formula. This is literally my step-by-step process becoming an alpha marketer. You guys can see that right here. It's videos you can follow step by step to help you break through and really leverage the internet step by step. Here's what's so powerful about this, I believe, is that when I started coming online trying to figure out how to use the internet, how to leverage it, there was no one place I could go to for training. I had to take pieces of information from different trainers, from different leaders, from different internet marketers, from different network marketers, and put them all together. There was no one place I could go and really depend on to get all the information, all the ongoing training that I needed. Because I was actually in my MBA program. My wife and I both were studying. She actually is about to finish hers. Both of us were studying our Masters of Business. And what's interesting is that while I was in school, I was studying to get my Masters in Business. I'd go to one school for that education. I was spending probably about $20,000 to almost $30,000 a year for my education. When I got in network marketing, it made a whole lot of sense that if I wanted to create a 6-figure income, I needed to create that kind of value. I needed to get that kind of education, that kind of high-level education. But I couldn't find all the different pieces because either people were talking about, oh, only use the internet, or there was other folks that only just use offline strategies. There was no one that actually blended the two together in a way that was simple that I could follow along with. And so that's why now that we've kind of gotten to the point that we are in our business and stuff and wanted to give back and really provide that kind of platform for people, not just an ongoing educational platform where every month you can get access to what's working now, killer strategies on email marketing, on YouTube video marketing, on Facebook marketing, how to use Facebook ads, how to do Facebook prospecting, how to overcome objections, how to talk to people out and about, all to be completely cross-trained in a way that you're just in the top 1%, getting that $100,000 education without spending $100,000. And so here you can actually see the anatomy of an alpha marketing funnel. And I literally walk you through the steps of creating your offer, creating your opt-in form on your page, creating your autoresponder sequence, creating your squeeze page, the tools that I use, creating literally every single thing that you can do so you can actually create your own marketing presence online, and also then learn how to actually not only generate leads but also cash as well. How to actually generate traffic generation. I talk about SEO and YouTube video marketing, as well as even some paid resources as well that my wife and I have been using. And then one of my favorite modules here is turning your leads into cash. how to actually get paid to build your network marketing business instead of getting paid once you build your network marketing business. Makes a big difference. So how to actually monetize your alpha marketing funnel and all the different components that fit together to make that happen. It's all there, Module 4. Module 5 over here, turning your leads into recruits. How to then actually turn on the back end, actually recruit folks into your network marketing opportunity, to have people coming to you on a daily basis with a credit card in hand, already knowing what opportunity you're in, already excited to be working with you. Sometimes don't even know what company you're in. They just want to join you, and that'll happen a lot. And then Module 6 is actually then leveraging this and taking it to $1 million level. But all these components together make up the 5-figure formula. And now let me just go over here to the course library. There's so much more that I could talk about here, but just to give you guys a quick overview and a high-level overview of what you can expect. So, for example, we've got Samurai Recruiting Mastery. There's a training course coming pretty soon. 6-figure blogging blueprint. Keys to dominating the internet, really taking the internet marketing training to the next level. 90-day business transformation boot camp. We've got email marketing courses coming out. All this education, a $100,000 a year education, literally for pennies on the dollar, and I'll talk about that more in a second. Let me just get that screen out the way. So actually now, normally to get access to the MLM Breakthrough Academy, or the MBA program, as I call it, is actually going to be, when we launch this officially, it's going to probably be around $127 a month. That's the price point we're looking at, which is still a bargain compared to the amount of information that is there. Now, during the special pre-enrollment, we're actually opening up just for the next 3 days. And you can actually get started and actually get access to not only just the Academy, but also to the 5-figure formula training for just $27, literally. So the way that you do that is by going over to www.mlmbreakthroughacademy.com. I'm actually going to pull up the page right here so you guys can see this. This is the page that you're going to see, www.mlmbreakthroughacademy.com. You can actually go through here. You can see some more testimonials, some more of a story, read more about what you're going to be able to get, specialized knowledge and how important that is. What's going to be in the 5-figure formula as the first course that you'll have access to when you join the Academy and join the MBA program, and then also kind of an overview of what's still coming and what you'll have access to month after month after month. One thing I didn't mention is we actually have a specialized monthly training that we're actually going to do as a mastermind with everyone that's part of the MBA program every single month. And so you can actually come to me or to my wife or both of us with questions maybe that you're dealing with in your business. And so you kind of have that coaching component as well. Now we have asked to do coaching and things like that, but it's just at this point our time has become so valuable that it just feel like we kind of price people out of the coaching thing. So we thought this would be a really cool value to provide as a way to really help you grow forward. We also have an Inner Circle Facebook group as well for networking. This is not for you to pitch your business opportunity or anything like that, but it's a place for you definitely to connect with like-minded individuals and also have even more support to help you grow your business. Plus, my little black book of cutting-edge resources and tools. Literally all the tools and resources that I use to build our online empire for our network marketing business as well. You can also see some more testimonials, and we'll add more as we go. But enrollment is definitely closing. It says 2 days, 17 hours, based on what I'm seeing on the screen. And you can actually go just click Add to Cart. One thing I won't point out is that because we have so many folks that are international, we actually do it very simply and very easily. Our payment solution is through PayPal. And so you definitely want to use, if you don't have a PayPal account, it's very simple to use it. You can actually set one up literally as you go through the process of checking out. It takes 2 seconds, but we definitely recommend that, especially since we do have so many international people that are paying attention to the training. We wanted to make sure we had it available to everybody as well. So all you have to do is click Add to Cart. You can complete the process. You'll have access right away to the 5-figure formula immediately. And you'll also then have access to our Inner Circle, and everything else is part of the training as well. So let me just move this out the way. All right, again, that is $27 just to get started on that, which is mind-blowing, but we're never going to, and that price is locked in, just so you guys know. That's what you'll be paying, $27. So that's literally, we want to do something special for you guys for this pre-enrollment period, and then we'll close it off, and then we'll raise the price later on when we do the full launch. So we're really excited about that, guys. Let me just move over here. At the end of the day, guys, it comes down to having specialized knowledge. And if you were to go out and become a doctor, if you were to go out and become a nurse, a chiropractor, lawyer, anything like that, you're going to invest in your education. Part of the American dream for us coming to the United States, I was told that I needed to go to school, get good grades, and get a good job. And That education cost a lot of money. My education, undergrad, actually cost over $100,000. And what's interesting about that is that I went out and got a job, and that job lasted for 6 months, and I have not had a job since, and I've got into network marketing. But I have always wanted to invest in my education and my training, because I knew that at the end of the day, my best asset was going to be my mind, was going to be my level of skill. And to be successful in any area of life, you need to build your skill set. You have to have specialized knowledge. I have a friend of mine who is a brain surgeon, and I won't even tell you how much money he's invested in his career, but his income is over $500,000 a year getting started as a brain surgeon. So if you want to create that high-level income, you want to create that incredible, absolutely outstanding lifestyle, then you need to invest in your education and learn from those that have the results that you want. And so we wanted to make sure that you have access to the highest level education in the network marketing world as possible, but without having to spend the $100,000 at all. And the beautiful thing about that is obviously we have so many folks that are obviously joined the academy, so we're able to keep the price low, and that's one of the things that we want to do. So we definitely invite you to get started there, and if it's for you, then get started. If not, then thank you so much for taking your time to be here, and as always, I'm committed to helping you grow your business in any way that I can, but I really do sincerely hope that you make the decision to join the MBA program, MLM Breakthrough Academy. I look forward to really sharing your story of success here as we go forward into the new year. 2014 can be the best year that you've ever had if you just are willing to take action, to take some risks, to step out on faith, and to dream and then find a way. Guys, I'll see you next week for another Hangout session with Matthew Harris. MLM Breakthrough session for today is now officially a wrap. Again, the website to get started with MLM Breakthrough Academy is mlmbreakthroughacademy.com. Until next week, I'll see you then. And until then, my challenge to you, as always, is to dream and then find a way. God bless, guys.